welcome to the Daily Vibecasting. Today, the war for the creator economy hits full speed as Apple drops a massive AI bundle, forcing Google to push immediate and, frankly, defensive upgrades to its video models. This structural price war is resetting the value of digital labor, like overnight. Plus, the Pentagon is officially heading to Starbase, putting Elon Musk right at the center of the U.S. military's new arsenal of freedom. It's a day of speed, disruption, and data as a new moat.
What's fascinating here is that the speed of disruption, it just accelerated past the capacity of legacy systems to even react. We're seeing major players not just compete on features, but fundamentally compete on the structural model of how you even access software. The creative world is watching a pricing bomb go off.
That's the perfect way to frame it. The lead story is Apple. We have a massive market shift underway, detailed by analysts at RMP 613, who broke down the launch of the Apple Creator Studio. And look, this isn't a minor update. This is a declaration of war against the entrenched creative giants.
It's a beautifully crafted market punch. It really is. Because it uses Apple's greatest strength, ecosystem control. They're taking their entire professional suite, Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, Pixelmator Pro, Motion Compressor, Mainstage, and just bundling it all together. And critically, this whole package is integrated with powerful new AI features, leveraging both Apple Intelligence and their open AI integration.
For things like generative video editing and seamless image creation.
Exactly.
And the cost. The cost is the true structural differentiator here. The new subscription is $12.99 a month, or $129 annually. Think about that.
Yeah.
And as Storm pointed out, this is aimed squarely at competitors like Adobe Creative Cloud.
Oh, absolutely. Where just one major application, just one, often starts at $20.99 a month.
So if you're a creator needing the full suite, you are saving hundreds of dollars a year.
The student discount is what interests me most, though. A $30 annual student price point is, that's basically zero cost for the next generation of creators. This is a pure land grab. It's designed to ensure that every student who graduates is already deeply, deeply integrated into the Apple ecosystem for professional work. But the question is, can they handle professional enterprise workflows?
That's the critical challenge, right? While Apple dominates hardware and, consumer mindshare, Adobe is still the enterprise standard. Is this $12.99 consumer price really going to break the professional market overnight?
Not overnight, no. But it forces a move. It has to. The legacy systems are all built on this high-margin, sticky subscription revenue. Apple is just... they're undermining the entire financial model. And the immediate reaction from Google tells you exactly how serious this threat is.
You're right. The competitive response was immediate and very defensive. Just hours after the Apple news broke, Google DeepMind and Google AI rolled out the VO 3.1 update. It was such a clear attempt to remind the market that they still hold a technical edge in generative output.
This immediate, almost panicked reaction, it confirms Apple's move was strategic genius. Google didn't roll out a new product line. They focused entirely on fixing the quality gaps that have been holding back generative video. VO 3.1 explicitly addresses the major pain points that Apple's AI video editing will inevitably run into. Consistency. They improve character and background coherence across long scenes.
And they went straight after the biggest audience driver right now, vertical video. The update includes native 9.16 vertical video generation without quality loss. For you, the listener, building a following on TikTok or YouTube Shorts, that optimization is the difference between a high-quality upload and a headache. They also pushed upscaling to 1080p and 4K, so they're trying to raise the ceiling of quality while Apple focuses on the floor of price.
That tension is what defines the market right now. And speaking of quality, the Google AI announcement also mentioned embedding synthide verification, digital watermarks, directly in Gemini app outputs.
Okay, what's the implication of that for the end user?
Well, it raises a really profound question about trust. In this rush for speed and affordability, the content market sort of bifurcates. Will the cheap Creator Studio bundle be used by enthusiasts, or will it be used by professionals who require verifiably authentic content? Trust and authenticity, the ability to prove that this content was vetted or even that it came from a human at all, that's becoming the premium feature in a cheap creation market.
Which brings us squarely to the design dilemma. Can the AI workflow displace human expertise? User at Proj Waltimar went viral demonstrating the hype side of this, claiming AI completely solves the workflow problem.
It was a very compelling demonstration. Projwal used an AI code editor called Cursor AI and Claude Opus 4.5 to build a complete scrolly-telling landing page with custom animations. in under 10 minutes. And for those who don't know, scrollytelling is this really demanding design technique where complex visuals sync perfectly with the user's scroll.
That kind of bespoke animation.
Mm,
Agencies charge thousands, if not tens of thousands of dollars for that.
exactly. And Prajwal attributes outdated designs not to an AI problem, but to a workflow problem. His whole thesis is, if the tools are slow, the design is slow. If the tools are instant, the design is excellent. It's a very accelerationist view.
But the professional design community pushed back on that instantly, didn't they? That whole speed versus craft debate must have struck a nerve.
It absolutely did. Designer at Josh Puckett, who has deep experience leading design teams, offered the counterpoint. He argues that as software makes execution easier, the products that truly stand out must be crafted with uncommon care. He actually responded by launching a site called Interface Craft to share design expertise, signaling a strong pushback toward quality and nuance over pure, cheap speed. It's a defense of human insight of craft against the growing commodity of AI output.
So if the tools of creation are getting cheaper, faster, and easier,
Yeah.
then the value, the moat, it must be moving somewhere else. And it looks like the value is shifting decisively away from the process of creation and toward the data required to make execution meaningful.
That's the most important insight of the week. And it shifts the focus instantly from consumer creativity to enterprise power. If everyone can create perfect video or code instantly, who wins? The one with the best, most proprietary information to feed the model.
Which leads us directly to the enterprise side. Moving beyond creative apps, AI agents are now swallowing massive proprietary data sets. Meta's general AI agent, Manus AI, has launched its first data partnership with Similarweb.
This partnership is not just incremental, it's structural. Manus AI, through this partnership, is leveraging external, paid data sources to deliver insights directly inside the agent interface. The details from @Manus AI show that Manus Pro users can access 12 months of web traffic history, competitor benchmarks, regional breakdowns, all delivered through a natural language query.
You just ask the AI, how did my competitor's traffic change in Germany last quarter? And it pulls the proprietary data and analyzes it instantly.
Precisely. And this is a massive inflection point. As a 16 Word partner at Moore Tweets noted, she pointed out this is the first major public example where subscribing to an AI agent gets you access to proprietary paid data that significantly exceeds the original provider's free tier. Similarweb, they only offer about 1 month of data for free. Manus users get a full 12 months of paid historical analysis.
So it effectively bundles market research, competitive intelligence, and data access. It could potentially cut out traditional SaaS analytics tools altogether. They're arbitraging the data costs through the AI agent subscription.
This is the new moat.
Yeah.
If you are a brand, your internal proprietary performance data becomes priceless. If you are an investor, access to this sort of competitive intelligence via a unified AI interface is gold. But this also raises that fundamental question of skepticism we talked about earlier.
You're referring to the limitations of the data itself, even when it's delivered so seamlessly.
Yes. We have to remember the context of the source data. A 2022 study showed Similarweb's data correlation with Google Analytics. The verified gold standard is only moderate. We're talking around R1.6 to 0.8.
Okay, tell the listener what that means in practical terms.
It means if the report from the AI agent says a competitor has 1 million views, their actual verified traffic might be anywhere between 600,000 and 800,000. It provides actionable competitive estimates, but it is not a verified census. The seamless, confident delivery from the AI doesn't remove the professional user's need to understand the data's inherent limitations. Speed is great, but trust is paramount.
That's the key takeaway, isn't it? AI might deliver the answer instantly, but you still need the critical skepticism to question the source. Now, speaking of prioritizing speed and circumventing traditional oversight, we have to shift gears dramatically to the military-industrial complex.
An acceleration in the creative world is mirrored by the Pentagon's aggressive push for speed in defense acquisition. It's the same philosophy, just applied to different stakes.
Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, that's at SecWart, delivered a high-profile, highly symbolic speech at SpaceX's Starbase in Texas, launching a nationwide Arsenal of Freedom tour.
The video posted by the secretary was remarkably direct. He criticized the defense bureaucracy, the slow pace, the cost-plus contracts, the decades-long testing phases, and announced the wholesale adoption of SpaceX's rapid iteration model. The idea behind the Arsenal of Freedom is to empower entrepreneurs like Elon Musk to build advanced military capabilities without the traditional stifling oversight. It's all about capability and speed.
The scale of Starbase itself, captured in that video from Sawyer Merritt, is the perfect backdrop for that message. It just underscores the ability of a private player to execute these massive, ambitious projects faster than the state can, and the capabilities are genuinely revolutionary. At X-Freeze posted the classic hype line that Starship is alien technology capable of carrying 250-plus tons to orbit.
That capacity, 100 to 150 tons fully reusable, is indeed game-changing for logistics and defense. But when the Pentagon links its defense strategy so directly to a single, powerful entrepreneur, the nature of the relationship changes entirely. Critics are already questioning potential conflicts of interest, the lack of traditional accountability. This shift essentially swaps oversight for velocity.
It's the constant tension, right?
Yeah.
Between mission speed and institutional transparency. You gain speed, but you lose the traditional checks and balances that are designed to prevent massive cost overruns or, well, catastrophic failures.
Precisely. However, it is important to note the counter-narrative, which still exists in traditional collaboration. NASA. Their messaging offers a fundamentally different model of aerospace innovation compared to the aggressive, defense-focused arsenal of freedom.
Right, they highlighted the Artemis II crew Reed Wiseman, Victor Glover, Christina Koch, and Jeremy Hansen preparing for the crewed lunar flyby in April 2026.
NASA's messaging, tied to Artemis, it emphasizes teamwork, inspiring global unity, building a sustainable pathway for future Mars missions. It's about collaboration and long-term science. The Starbase message is about aggressive, rapid military advantage. We are seeing the two futures of space innovation play out in real time.
Moving back down to Earth and to culture, the capabilities of these generative models we've been discussing are now bleeding into entertainment in really fascinating ways. We saw a viral clip from @AngryTom tweets showing the Simpsons cast in real life, AI generated into photorealistic humans.
It was startlingly effective. A huge hit, too, hitting over 100,000 views very quickly. That 32-second clip featured characters like Homer and Marge, and it just showcased this incredible blend of classic animation with live-action realism. Users immediately noted Homer's resemblance to Bryan Cranston, which adds a whole other layer to it.
It's fun, but it highlights just how advanced the underlying simulation and rendering tech has become to achieve that fidelity. This goes way beyond simple image generation.
Oh, it relies heavily on complex, real-time physics and simulation. This ties directly into advances in physics engines, like the GPU-accelerated Similarweb demo from @Zolden Games. The demo showed highly realistic soft body deformation, fluid simulation, particle cohesion. Think about an animated character's face deforming realistically when they speak, or water splashing naturally.
So why is that demo significant for the listener trying to understand the tech that made the Simpsons clip look so good?
Well, the technical breakthrough is that the engine runs almost all its complex logic on the GPU, not the CPU. This emphasis on parallel processing, similar to what NVIDIA's PhysX extensions enable, is crucial. By using the GPU's massive parallel power, they can boost simulation speeds by up to 10 times. And that speed allows the system to generate the complex, hyper-realistic content that makes Marge's hair look like real plastic in real time.
So if the technology is instantly modeling physics, that's what feeds the high-fidelity rendering that then becomes cultural content.
Exactly. Simulation speed is the unsung hero enabling this trend of photorealistic AI cultural remixing.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? We saw AI go from generating simple images to fully bundling professional software at a disruptively low price, and then integrating directly into enterprise tools to bypass traditional SaaS providers. The price of creation is falling off a cliff, while the value of curated proprietary data is skyrocketing.
And knowing how to compete against free or near-free quality is the central dilemma. The creative skill of tomorrow isn't just knowing the tools, it's having the critical thinking to know which proprietary data to trust and which creative output needs that extra layer of uncommon care to stand out. We have reached an inflection point where the legacy software giants can no longer afford to ignore Apple's pricing structure.
What's your prediction for tomorrow based on this rapid shift?
Following Apple's Creator Studio launch and Google's immediate defensive VO 3.1 update, the next shoe to drop will be pricing disruption from a legacy player. I predict that a major creative giant, and all eyes are on Adobe, will announce a substantial price floor reduction or a massive AI-driven feature update within the next 48 hours. They must try to staunch the bleeding from this aggressive new bundle, or they risk losing their core users to a far cheaper ecosystem-integrated competitor.
That means we are about to see the price of professional creativity drop for everyone thanks to Apple. That's the vibe for today. We'll catch you tomorrow.